I actually started recording this video already today and I screwed up the sound, which is really annoying. Never mind. I was walking around in the park, I think, rambling nonsense in a kind of like tired haze from what I remember. Anyway, nowadays wherever I go I'm reminded of the strange, I'm reminded of the character of national elections. Do you know what I mean by this? Sort of a predatory animal chasing like a kudu or whatever it is. Its prey. This would actually be, it's not so relevant. It's not really actually a good comparison between the state and the people, because like you could say if you modernise this, it would become, instead of a lion and a kudu, it would become a tank and a car. And then to really keep it accurate in terms of the development of the people and the state, this would then turn into a flying saucer, a Foo Fighter of high alien technology, and this would remain being a car. In fact, the car would probably be banned actually, it would turn into a bicycle. Imagine a UFO chasing a bicycle. I think that's possibly more accurate based on the relationship between the people and the state. What I was trying to talk about in the park earlier on, I think it's still a very relevant thing, so I'm going to say it again. When I was walking through the park, I overheard like one of these really frantic fitness instructors saying to a load of people who are trying to get fit. He said, the harder it is, the harder you try. The more difficult it is, the harder you try, is what he said. And that, like, in my tired, hazy mind, I started thinking, oh my god, that's like reminds me of something. So let me try and get this down on video. Politics is marketing, just like marketing for products. It's the marketing for a certain thing, and it operates in exactly the same way as any marketing. However, they say in politics, those who spend the most money on marketing, the biggest campaigns, the most well-funded campaigns, those are the ones that always win. So the person with the most highly funded campaign is the one that's probably going to win. When you compare that to like normal marketing, it's quite illustrative of what on earth is going on. Because if you think about it, a product needs a very, very expensive marketing campaign if it's not actually very good. If it's a really, really good product, it doesn't really need marketing. You don't have to spend money out on marketing. You certainly don't need multi-billion-pound marketing campaigns, because the product is really, really good and people like it anyway. It kind of just markets itself. It's self-perpetuating. You only really need to market a product heavily if it's actually unpopular, if it's had a dent in its sales, if people don't really like it naturally. You need to use coercive techniques to actually get them to like something. So that is very illustrative of a political campaign. The fact that the highest funded campaigns tend to win is telling you that in politics, the people who win are the people who are disliked actually the most. It's just that so psychological is their game that people don't realise that actually they're very, very unpopular. Because by all accounts, Theresa May and the Conservative Party should be like the most unpopular group of people in the entire country by now. But they may well win the election. It's quite a big discrepancy today between what Google News and the mainstream media wanted me to read about and what the internet is actually talking about out there. I mean, it's something we need to get used to, I suppose. The thing that Google really wanted me to know about today was Donald Trump going to Saudi Arabia, which I'm sure you've heard about already, because that's what they want us to know about. It's to make us feel, it's to give us, what's it called? To sort of divide our brains or whatever, to make us feel sort of sad and therefore not really face it. Because obviously, like the big global imperial American project, not many people are really that happy, I don't think, in America that America is supporting Saudi Arabia. But instead of actually then debating, is it okay that President of America supports Saudi Arabia, is it okay, the big weapons deal, whatever. Instead, what they decided to focus on was the fact that Trump's wife was not wearing a headdress. And Donald Trump said that it was terrible that Obama's wife didn't wear a headdress, and now his wife's not wearing a headdress. Oh God. Completely missing the point of possibly what should be talked about, which I guess is the key. And most mainstream media articles, if you ever look up the newspaper online, you notice the stories that are really kind of suspicious. Oh God, there's people having an argument over here. The articles that are really like, they don't really want you to think about too much. You'll notice that they disable. What on earth is that strange noise? Is it an earthquake? No. It's just people going to like Victoria Coach Station or something. What are they saying? Oh yeah, like what they do is they switch off the comments on the website. So there'll be an article, and it's, you know, designed to affect your brain in a certain way, and so that the propaganda works properly, they switch off the comments section. Which is actually the good thing about Reddit, is that it has the same mainstream media articles possibly, then it has its own comment section, which is just completely open and more or less free, although obviously people can upvote and downvote. But yeah, what people are really talking about on the internet today is nothing to do with Donald Trump. It's to do with Theresa May's new internet, which is sort of like part and parcel with the Conservative manifesto, is that, you know, they're going to start censoring the internet. Yeah, apparently the Conservatives are calling it a new type of internet. Doesn't really seem that new, you know, mass censorship of important information. The reason I'm here, by the way, I saw this the other day and I was thinking, oh, Winston Churchill, 34 next to number 33. Did he live at 33? He lived at 34, apparently. Is that right? Did he live at 30? I think he lived at 34. Maybe that's telling us that Winston Churchill wasn't really the grandmaster behind the idea of hardcore military-style censorship during the Second World War. I don't know. It's going to be really strange, actually, when the election is finally done, and if the Conservatives have like a proper manifesto to do whatever the hell they like. It's really terrifying. I'm going to be making a film about it, actually, a film for the main channel on Monday, so to not like empty my brain of what I'm thinking, because it'd be like a spoiler for Monday's video. But yeah, he's just being real. That's what they're saying about that. Never argue together, kiddies. It's not worth it.